Here's the second one. So again, starting at the wall. This time, no squats, but lunges. So one foot goes back. If you can reach the wall, great. Not the end of the world, just means you're tight in the hips. You're gonna come down and up. So this is different than a single leg squat because there inevitably will be some work done by the quad here helping you stay upright and your hips more supported. So if you're kicking out to the side, you'll know there's a problem. You're gonna wanna keep this in the middle. Try to take the pressure off the toes. Ideally curl them up. So you can really work through the heel, bringing it up and down. Now, different things you can do here. You can make this a curtsy squat, right? You can hold it low, isometrically. You can build in a pulse, so where you're going down, up, down, and up. You want to also always make sure is that your shoulders don't collapse to the front, that they stay open, palms facing in, like that. And you do it on the other side. For the back, slightly different. We're using weights. So it goes from here into a fly. Okay, so the first one was straight forward. This is a fly, upper back, mid back. You can make this harder by going into a Y. Okay, so if you're familiar with that, this is the T and this is the Y. And by all means, alternate them. Okay, so this is your back and your legs. From there, hands on ball push up. Tricky. Feet are a little wider. You're gonna come down. Your triceps will have to do a lot of work here. The ball is fairly low. Okay, if that's really hard, you can also push the ball against the wall. And I don't want to have my butt towards the camera, but you get the idea. And again, you need a weight for pullovers, and that's your back. So it goes down here, weight is over top. Really important to keep strong center. And as the weight goes back, I'm just gonna let go with one hand, but this is where it goes back here with two hands. And you wanna make sure that this section here is not moving. So as I bring your arms back, I'm very strong through the center. As I pull up, I work those muscles along the sides, my rib cage. Arms stay long, it's not triceps. It's back and serratus, you want to feel it right here. So those two combine really well together. Push up on the ball, and then the pull over. Then we do a chuck with the plank saw. And hoping you get this all, yeah, I should be able to. Okay, so you're gonna start going back into a plank saw, that's what I call it. I have no idea if it has another name. And then you come back here into a tuck. And out, and back, and in, and tuck. So how do you make it harder? Ball goes further back. Now to really work the center and tuck in. And because that is quite tricky, in between, just work in some nice stretches, nice deep through the hips, right here, shoulder and the hips, and then go back to it. Now there is another variation if you want to get fancy, which is a pike. So down here and then up into a pike and back down. You want to do it slow because control there is really important. Don't want to fall off. And then we do cross crunches and horse stance. So cross crunches, legs together as much as possible. You're going to bring it all the way down, up and across, all the way down, up and across. You all know this really well. And then for the back. This is surprisingly difficult. Opposite handed leg. You see how I struggle? Okay, so I'm gonna bring my leg up first and my arm and hold. And then bring that down and the other side and hold. Down and hold. You can make this even harder by being on your quads and practicing lifting one hand up. It is super hard. I have not really mastered that one yet, but it takes a lot of balance, coordination, and core control. So it's great to play with. Some of these exercises really are more of a balance challenge, a coordination challenge, and a core challenge. But that's so important that we do those as well. Sideline leg lifts. In here. It's just nice to have the support of the ball as you do that. And it has to be in the right position. So if it's too far up, that won't work really. It's uncomfortable. You want to have your hip wedged in here. And then you lift the leg and make sure it's not too far forward, because if it's here, come all the way up, you're working the wrong muscle. It should be able to go to here, not much further. It's this muscle here. And then you can play with it, right? Bring it back and forth, right? A little circle back here, but try not to bring it too far forward. Up and down. If you can turn your foot so that you flex it a little bit and the toe is turned down, probably have an easier time accessing the muscle that you want. Now this one is left, right, so you're going side to side. And then the last one is ball planks. So this time the plank is here. And there's so many variations. So you can either just hold this, make it harder by bringing your feet together, even harder, pulling out and in, or around the world, or stir the pot. So that is one full workout going to address all the major muscles.